Hey man.
Hi. Hi Jonas, how are you?
Good. Really good.
Good, so thank you for taking the time to talk with us. With me, my name is Harel from Metal Sample magazine. It's an international magazine, but I'm currently located in Israel. So again, thank you for taking the time. I know you've been doing a lot of interviews these days. Your new album, The Storm Within, is coming out soon on September 9th. I'd like to congratulate you. It's your 10th album. And I'd like to hear a bit about the writing and recording process, like what were the intentions behind the new album, musically or conceptually. Yeah.
At first we started writing in, I guess, October last year, and we had so much music that we just wanted to get out of our systems, me and Tom, so we just recorded whatever came into our heads, and we got some great stuff that didn't fit the album. We discovered later on, because all of a sudden we found this vibe. Tom had been listening to an artist called M83, a French band who does like electronic music, and he watched the movies like Oblivion, and the artist M83 actually did the soundtrack of that movie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he played me that soundtrack, and we kind of got hooked on that vibe, that feeling. I kind of made a keyboard sound, which later on got even more hooked on. So we got this our own vibe, kind of like post-apocalyptic vision. We pictured, like Iceland and stuff, really deserted and lonely places, and we felt very inspired by those visions and those vibes. So we just kept on going and writing in that mode. And then we realized that, okay, this is it's going to be like a really, let's make this album a lonely, cold, dark vibe kind of an album. So the first couple of ideas that we recorded, we realized that they wouldn't fit for this album. So I think we have like 30 ideas left. We can put up at some other point if we want to. But so that was real fun to just when we just got that the taste of that vibe from the first time, and then we just kept on going. And
Okay, so that's why you chose to shoot the new video for Distance in Iceland?
Yes. Sat one day with me, Tom, and Johan writing, and all of a sudden it just hit us like, wow, it feels like Iceland. Imagine if we shoot a video on Iceland. It would fit the vibe and the whole story and everything perfectly.
Okay.
And, it's amazing that we actually have done that. 6 months later, now we're sitting here, and I think we released one of the coolest videos I've ever seen.
I loved it. I thought it was a great video. It's beautiful. It's mesmerizing, and yeah, I think you can really get the atmosphere.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we wanted to accomplish with both the video and the artwork of the album, and the songs to build that.
Okay, so I know you've shot 2 more videos, also with Patrick Julius from Revolver Film Studios. And are they both both of them also shot in Iceland? And how did the shooting go? Who came up with the concept? Was it you and Tom?
Yes, they're both shot on Iceland, because it follows the concept and the storyline. We needed to have. We kind of. The whole Iceland vibe, me and Tom just kind of came up with, because we were watching movies like Prometheus and Interstellar and stuff.
Cool. So how was working with Patrick? I know he's worked on videos with bands like Children of Bottom and Flames in Europe and Arch Enemy, and was it an interesting experience?
We've known Patrick since 2004. He's done all our music videos since then.
I see.
He is such a visionary artist, so he knows exactly what we're after and what we look for when we want to make a video. So he immediately knows our intentions and when it comes to videos. So.
Okay. So I'd like you to shed some light on the recording process as well, like sharing some insight. What was it like working on the Storm Within in the studio? What were the dynamics?
A lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, and a lot of concentrations, but at the same time, a lot of good times. But definitely hard work. I mean, I think we started. We used a recording studio right in the center of Gothenburg. I don't know if you've seen our DVD, A Night to Remember. What the studio is in the same building actually, but on the back.
Really? Okay.
We recorded and we actually stayed in that house for 3 weeks. Getting up at 9 o'clock and then just warming up and going to work basically, and then we kept working until 1 a.m.
Wow. Okay. Time consuming.
Yeah, really. And the weird thing is that after a week or a week and a half, when we've just been so isolated in the studio, we never went anywhere, maybe except for lunch or dinner or getting groceries and stuff. So I mean, after a week and being locked in the studio, it was weird going out to town, because you always get like I don't know what the word in English is, but it's called torgskräck in.
Okay. Yeah.
You feel like uncomfortable among other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like you've spent so much time in the studio, so it was like you went out and it was like, oh, the outside world, how nice is it? I've missed it. Sort of like that.
At the same time, it was kind of uncomfortable. It was more that feeling actually, and that was even more uncomfortable to feel that when you're in your hometown and you know exactly where you are, but on a normal day, you would feel great, but being locked in and just focusing on the music and being in that kind of studio bubble, it was really weird, weird experience and kind of uncomfortable at times, but that went away, as soon as we popped that bubble and we were done in the studio. So.
And how would you say the new album Storm Within is different from the rest of your discography? What makes it a bit more unique, or just makes it a bit more different?
I think it's a modern sounding album, and I think we have kind of I think it's the most cinematic sounding album as well. We liked that cinematic vibe, and that hit us in the beginning. So we used kind of these sounds that would fit into that, and as well as going maybe a bit uglier. You can say like that, with using different types of distortions on keyboards and stuff, instead of just having smooth, nice or clean sounding synth sounds, for example, and stuff. Just rough everything up a bit. That's two differences between this and all of them.
Okay. Well, I loved Prometheus the movie, so I can't wait to listen to the whole album and see if it fits with the atmosphere. But I'm sure it will. So, okay, so you've rejoined the band in 2014 after a 4-year hiatus, being apart. Mentioning you've left for internal issues within the band, etc. So what's it been like since you've returned? Does Evergrey feels like a family again?
I mean, we feel stronger than ever, and we're a different band now. We look after each other, and we've always been like best friends, but now we kind of took each other for granted. Right before we departed the band, and we've learned that we learned like a valuable lesson, and we matured, all of us. So we look out for each other and care for each other in another way now, which feels great. And yeah, I mean, we feel super strong, and we love what we do, and it's yeah, we just want to keep on going.
And when does touring start? Are you going to all the summer festivals? Is Evergrey headlining any festival, or just participating?
Not this year. We have one festival in Sweden, and one we're doing like a cruise in Norway.
Wow.
That's it for like the summertime shows. So we're taking it pretty easy this summer. Probably gonna hit the festivals next year when the album comes. So yeah. So we have like 2 shows, and then we're gonna start rehearsing the new songs from the new album, and then we're going on tour with supporting the Lane.
That's interesting. That's great.
So we're gonna do 5 weeks in or so in Europe and UK, supporting the Lane. Also with the Cobra and the Lotus gonna be on the bill as well. So that's gonna be a great package, and I think it's gonna be a super fun tour.
Great, great. Okay, so on a different subject, Jonas, I'd like to ask you a bit about politics, if you don't mind.
What?
I'd like to ask you a bit about politics, if you don't mind. In general.
I'm not a guy, really.
Well, let's see how it goes. If you won't feel comfortable, just let me know. Like almost on a daily basis these days, we hear metal figures like Kerry King from Slayer and Corey Taylor from Slipknot, and even Maynard James Skinner from Tool. They talk about the American elections and Donald Trump even. So I'd say we're in very interesting times in context of global politics, world leaders, and immigration. And I know Sweden is the second country after Germany taking the largest number of refugees. So what are your feelings on the subject? Do you think Europe is really changing? Do you think it should Sweden should take in even more refugees?
I mean,
do you have any take on the subject?
Well, not really. I think it's personal to me. It's I'm not a political person, at all. So, but of course, I hate to see people suffer in different countries, and of course, I want, if we can take care of as much people that we can. Of course, they're more than welcome to enter our country, and that goes without saying. And I think that's, if you have another opinion about that, you should maybe think again. Because we're supposed to look after each other and take care of each other. It's as simple as that.
Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, and I have one more question on the subject, more or less. Even a smaller one, I'd say, I think. Well, since I'm from Israel, which is almost always in the middle of a debate and controversy, with some musicians even calling to boycott Israel from the metal community, I'd say, I think They Side is the only metal band I know that chose not to come and play here. So I'd like to know what's your take on the subject. I mean, do you see Evergrey ever taking a political stand for certain causes, not performing in certain countries, anything like that?
No. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. So it's just about the music?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
Okay. So Okay, so in your free time, is music still something you do just for the sake of relaxation and enjoyment? Like, do you still just jam around on the drums and practice for yourself? Or has it become something like a bit more technical over the years that you just do like mostly for the studio or in preparations of records and stuff like that?
On my spare time, I don't play or practice as much as I probably should do. My own opinion, but what I do at home is production stuff, and I really like sounds, and I like to mix and create stuff, or just write the demos, or music, whatever pops up in my head.
And so what about side projects? Is there anything you're currently working on? Can we expect new material from Death Destruction maybe anytime soon? Or
I sure hope so. I mean, we're kind of on the down low at the moment and have been for some time now. But I definitely want to do another album with Death Destruction. But you know, there's a time for everything, and right now I don't think both me, Henrik, or Frederick we have the time for writing or recording a new album. So.
I see, but you guys are still in touch, like thinking about it, like talking about someday in the future, maybe.
Yeah, I'm very excited to do so. Yeah, but we'll see. I don't want to stress any. It has to come natural, and time will tell.
I see. Okay, so so the Swedish metal scene is booming for like at least the past 20 years or so. So what's it like to say you've been there for almost from the start, working with some of the biggest bands and names and musicians in the business? What are your feelings about that?
When you, I don't know. Yeah, well, when you say it like that, I guess it's kind of cool, but because it's a lot of those bands are our friends, and we hang out with them in Gothenburg, you know, every now and then, and it's just like a big family. I don't think that we never think that we're on top of the metal scene from Gothenburg. We just do our stuff, and I think more or less all the bands think the same. They just play and have fun. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, go on. Well, is there any like new metal musicians or just general musicians coming out of the Swedish scene that you're like very proud of, and you think like, oh my, this sounds so good and it's brand new and it's modern and fresh? Does Sweden still have that sense?
I don't know. I'm not that familiar with all these new bands. So I really don't know. I think the whole Ghost thing is cool, since I guess they're kind of a new band. And
I consider them new. Yeah, I do.
So their whole explosion of what they have done is I really dig that. And it's fresh, even though it sounds like a 70s band. It's still very, very fresh compared to all the all the new types of metal. All triggered drums and all like super distorted guitars, and everything is supposed to be down with 8 strings and whatever, you know, and no like barely any dynamics. I really like the organic feel of Ghost and their take on music.
Did you get to see them live?
Yeah, I have. Last year.
Wow, great. Yeah, I love them as well. I think they're great. So what are you listening to lately? What kind of music?
Actually, I listen to a lot of pop music and electronic music.
Like what?
Yeah, like One Republic is one of my favorite artists.
Really? Okay, that's great.
And I'm a huge fan of Max Martin.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Max Martin, I guess.
Yeah, of course. So, but I think the One Republic quote should give us a great headline, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but yeah, super fan of Max Martin. I think he's a genius. So I listen to his productions more or less every day somehow. But other than that, it's just I go back and forth between Pantera stuff and 9 Inch Nails, Stones, and yeah, I guess those are my sugar as well.
Yeah. So what's your favorite 9 Inch Nails album?
I would say With Teeth.
Okay.
I really like that one. It's kind of like a comeback album, or first album after a break. I guess he had for some years, and it's amazing. I really like it. And it's cool to have the Dave Grohl playing drums on some tracks, and I guess Josh Freese playing drums. So it's a great drumming record as well. And
did you like his style, Dave Grohl? You like the stuff he does?
Yes.
Other than Nirvana, obviously.
Yeah. He's also a genius.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so any good books you've read lately? Something you'd like to suggest your fans, our readers?
I don't read.
You don't read, really? Okay.
I'm kind of embarrassed.
No, not at all. You
Except
suggested us to watch good movies lately, like in the beginning, like Interstellar and Prometheus. So anything else?
yeah, I thought the Revenant was cool with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Really cool movie. And I'm a fan of Guillermo del Toro, who did
Yeah, the horror director.
yeah, or more like romantic horror, I guess. So,
Yeah.
Mama.
It's with a twist.
Yeah. So I'm into that guy.
Uh-huh. Okay, thank you so much, Jonas. It's been very interesting talking to you, and I'm sure our readers would love to hear the interview as well. And I wish you guys all the best, and congratulations for your 10th album. I'm sure it would be great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
You too. Bye.